Welcome to Unknown Theory. In today's video we'll explain why the Yamashita treasure is one of the most sought out treasures ever. Disclaimer, we can't confirm any of the theories or stories we talk about in our channel. All stated information is purely for entertainment purposes. Last video we talked about World War I, but today's episode has to do with World War II. World War II was the battle between the Allies, France, Great Britain, the United States, the Soviet Union versus the Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan. And as you can guess by the title of our video, today's topic has to do with Japan and the Philippines. War is a difficult time for any country, mainly because of death and economy, and usually the countries with more economic and political power tend to have an advantage over their rivals. That's why, during World War II, Japanese forces stole Yamashita gold, also known as the Yamashita treasure. Supposedly, the loot stolen from Southeast Asia was hidden in caves, tunnels, or underground complexes in different cities in the Philippines. It was named after the Japanese general Tomoyuki Yamashita, dubbed as the Tiger of Malaya, who conquered Malaya within 70 days from the British. Though there are accounts that claim the treasure remains hidden in the Philippines and have lured treasure hunters from around the world for over 50 years. The crime of stealing this treasure was performed by both the Japanese gang called the Yakuza, and the highest level of Japanese society, including Emperor Hirohito. It is said that many of those who knew the locations of the treasure were killed during the war, or later tried by the Allies for war crimes and executed or incarcerated. Yamashita himself was convicted of war crimes and executed by the United States Army on February 23, 1946. The stolen property reportedly included many different kinds of valuables looted from banks, depositories, other commercial premises, museums, private homes, and religious buildings. According to various accounts, the loot was initially concentrated in Singapore, and later transported to the Philippines. The Japanese intended to ship the treasure from the Philippines to the Japanese home islands after the war ended. As the war in the Pacific progressed, the United States bombarded many of the Japanese merchant ships, which some carried part of the treasure, and ended up sinking. Since none of the gold has been allegedly found, many treasure hunters have found the treasure of Yamashita a number one priority. The most notorious one is Rogelio Roxas, a Filipino treasure hunter who apparently found a part of the treasure, and the former president of Philippines, Ferdinand Marcos, and his wife tortured him, and stole what Roxas had taken to keep safe. Roxas claimed that in Baguio in 1961 he met the son of a former member of the Japanese army, who mapped for him the location of the legendary Yamashita treasure. In the next few years he formed a team of explorers, and in 1971, Roxas claimed, he and his group uncovered an enclosed chamber on state lands near Baguio City where he found bayonets, samurai swords, radios, and skeletal remains dressed in a Japanese military uniform. Also found in the chamber, Roxas claimed, were a 3-foot-high golden-colored Buddha and numerous stacked crates, which he claimed he opened just one of the boxes, and found it packed with gold bullion. He said he took from the chamber the golden Buddha, which he estimated to weigh 1,000 kilograms, and one box with 24 gold bars, and hid them in his home. After he sold about 7 bars of gold, and was looking for a buyer for the gold Buddha, the Filipino president took notice of the events and took everything from Roxas and even incarcerated him for a year. The worst part is that the president didn't give it back, instead he stole what he took from Roxas to himself, and amassed a wealth of around $10 billion. Apart from that, the Marcos family constantly stole from the Filipino people between 1965 and 1986. In 1988, Rogelio Roxas died, but when the Golden Buddha Corporation, the now legal owners of the treasure, found out about what the president and family did, they also filed a lawsuit and won alongside Roxas, receiving a judgment of $22 billion, but the Hawaiian government overturned that sentence, claiming there wasn't sufficient evidence to know the value of said items. The sentence was $13.3 million, with Roxas winning $6 million in human rights abuse. Since that, no one has found more evidence of the Yamashita treasure, and the reason for Thar could have something to do with the United States. Several historians and authors have claimed that American military intelligence operatives located much of the loot. They colluded with Hirohito and other senior Japanese figures to conceal its existence, and they used it as black gold to finance American covert intelligence operations around the world, during the Cold War. Apparently, America went back to the Philippines to steal the Yamashita treasure with the help of inner people. Let us know in the comments if you have any facts about this historical event or any other. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.